Hello Twin Flames, it's Tuesday the 14th of March today, so we're going to bring in the Fantasy Cats Oracle to bring in an energy for the feminine, the masculine, the journey for this day. So thank you angels. What's the energy please around the divine feminines today? The energy around the divine masculines today for this powerful, terrific, wonderful Tuesday. And the energy please around the connection. What do we need to know for the connection today? The energy for the connection. Oh, keep going. Not quite. Not quite. So it feels like the message coming through is nearly there, but not quite. Nearly there, but not quite. So don't worry if there's still a pause in action or you still haven't received communication. It is on the way. Things are falling into place. And the first thing I'm seeing there is we've got different... Yeah, I wonder if it's a different deck. No, it's the same. It just looks... Yeah, different, okay, than the first two. So that's a big sign that the masculine obviously is different than you, divine feminine, even though you're one and the same, but you are really two peas in the pod. But the message that's coming through intuitively, before I even turn the cards over with the differences in the this bit here, the, back of the card, is that they won't do things your way and you won't do things their way, and that's okay. Because you're both learning and growing from each other. If you did everything the same, and obviously your interests are the same and you want to spend time together the same, but if you did everything the same, if you learned the same, you wouldn't really grow. That's why you are each other's biggest teachers. So they teach you and you teach them. So in other words, you may handle their journey a lot differently, but that's because that would be your take on the journey. That would be your lessons. They do it their way because it's their way. So they teach you to have faith and patience. So I feel this is also letting you know that the differences between you, and that could be an age gap, it could be a religious difference, it could be that you've got different backgrounds, or you're from different cultures or races. That works. And that's what they want you to know. So don't let fears around, society and what people think and all these things get in the way. For example, with an age gap connection, I'm in one of those. We go through insecurities before union. The older one, whether it's the masculine or the feminine, will be concerned that the younger one can have anyone else. Or why do you want me? You've got your whole life ahead of you, or all these kinds of questions. Whereas the younger one will be thinking you seem to have everything going for you. You're so strong and independent and, mature, not mature as in old, but mature as in you may have your own house, you may have this, that. Why do you, this goddess, this powerful being, want someone like me? And they give me fear. So remember, it's all about perception. And in spiritual truth, you are the same soul age. You just came into these different timelines to learn and grow. So that's the big message there, whatever the differences are. Don't let things make you go green, which means envy or jealousy. They say green with envy. Don't envy other people or envy the karmic partner or anyone they were around, because they are a lesson and a healer to your connection. So interesting that, there's a difference. I'm just, some of these cards are different then. How interesting is that? And I have used this deck before, but I can't remember there being differences. Interesting. Let's have a look then. So the divine feminine energy today, we've got running. Wow. Running. Now, this may be the feminine operating in masculine energy. So feminines, you could feel like you're running today. You could feel like you're running towards what you want or away from what you want. So you could actually feel like you want to push your masculine away, or you may feel like time's running out, things are running away from you. So really you have to slow down. When we feel this running energy, whether we are chasing or we are doing the running, we have to slow down. Because sometimes we feel like we're going round and round in circles, and that's what that cat seems to be doing there. On one of those kind of treadmills that, you're running but you're not getting anywhere. So if you feel you're not getting anywhere right now, things have to change. You can't keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. So I feel the message here is slow down and relax and breathe and learn about the journey. Learn about why separation occurs instead of judging it, or try and compromise and have compassion for your twin instead of judging them. So I feel this is an energy where if you slow down and take a moment, things will make a lot more sense. But I feel this is definitely a message that the running is about to stop, and it may put you into fear because, if your masculine's knocking your door down or reaching out again, you may feel like you want to run because you're afraid. Maybe you're in your own fears of getting hurt, or you don't want to be vulnerable again in case you get hurt. You're dealing with your own insecurities. And these can pop up and trigger out of nowhere. I know because I've been there. When I've been, thinking I was ready, and then things started moving forward and I got a bit afraid and went into my own masculine energy. So I feel, if things feel a bit strange to you today, if you think you're pushing your masculine away, or you perhaps he's reached out to you and you're not replying straight away and you don't understand your own behaviour, you may be experiencing masculine energy. But this is a message for you today that says slow down, relax, breathe, and trust that all is well, because it is. For the masculine energy, we've got, desiring transformation. Now, I do think these are two different decks, because if you've been watching me for a while, you'll know that sometimes I'll use a lot of decks in a reading and I can mix them up. So I don't know why they would create a deck with different styles of cards either. So I think that this is possibly a different deck. Okay, I'll have to examine it and see what's going on, but everything happens for a reason. So clearly I've got the channeled message coming through anyway about the differences, and I feel that's the message for this day, to not let anything that's different between you cause fear, because your masculine is saying to you, I'm desiring transformation. So your masculine has got the right attitude, and he's also being helped by dragons. We've got the dragon energy there as well. So this is about dragons coming in to assist with the journey, to blast things out of the way, to move things forward. So the energy that your masculine is in today is desiring transformation. He wants to change, and he's got attitude. And when we have attitude, we go forward. We feel confident and strong. You might see it as, he's got an attitude. People say, you've got an attitude problem, because they can be cocky, they can seem overly confident. And that may also make you get a bit scared and want to run away. But I feel that this is definitely a big sign of the masculine's turnaround. And the energy around the connection, look at this, is cuddly. Now, what I'm really feeling with this is as well, if you've experienced this where all you want to do is run into your twin's arms and you end up running the other way, that's because you may be experiencing masculine energy. And this is what happens as we get closer and closer to twin flame union. I've been there. Even in union, when you go through certain things, you may struggle with that. I went through it when my mum passed away. I was in the garage and I was sorting out some boxes, and there was a mouldy box in there. And I had a meltdown because the box it got wet and it got mouldy, and some of my mum's things were in there. And it wasn't even anything really, it wasn't of value. It was just sentimental things. And I had a meltdown, and all I really wanted to do was run into Georgie's arms. But instead I pushed him away and I went into my own shell, and I ended up going out and walking around and driving myself crazy. And in the end, the angel was saying, Liz, what are you doing? Go home. Go home. And that's what the masculines will do. They're coming home. So the cuddling energy is about wanting to be intimate, wanting to reach out, to meet up, to talk, to be with each other. But feminines, if you find, this week you feel a bit strange, especially today, if you find that you're seeming to be pushing them away or running away from them, or you're not sure what you're feeling or experiencing all these strange feelings, it's because of masculine energy, your own. So breathe through it. You're also transforming. You're both desiring transformation. You both want the same thing. And that's exactly what I'm feeling. So you're both wanting the same thing. And Monday, I feel this energy came in around you. Monday, Tuesday, moving forward, because communication is coming. You're closer to union than ever before. So breathe and relax. I hope this helps. Definitely don't fear any differences between you. How interesting. We've got this other deck coming in. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. So I just thought you'd be interested. This is like a little extra bonus at the end of this reading, because I've just been looking into this deck a little bit, and this is the deck. It's just there is different cards. So there is attitude cards and there is timing cards. Isn't that interesting? So the running card is actually a 12, which can also symbol stability. So you're running towards stability. The attitude card is desiring transformation. So that's the attitude of both of you. And the cuddling is the one. So I feel the one is being with the one. And it's also about this new year, you know, from January, really, you've wanted to cuddle and be together. So interesting. So if anyone does like this deck, it's about timings and it's about the attitude of, you know, whatever you're reading about. Interesting. The Fantasy Cats Oracle. I hope you've enjoyed this. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.